Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel Fun with Physics. In today's lesson we are going to look at lasers. Now take a look at your screen, what you have on the screen. We have a light produced by two objects. One of the lights, like what we have here, is spread out. Did you notice it? And the other one is concentrated, or a narrow beam. Which one do you think is a laser light? I guess you all point to this second one, right? Have you ever used a laser light before? And if you have, what did you use it for? When we were kids, we used laser light to do a lot of pranks, shine on passerby, or play with our dogs or our cats and so on. And later on, when we were in high school, we used it for refraction practicals, where we had to check and see the way light refracts when it moves from one medium, say air, to another medium, say glass. We also use it for refraction exercise and so on, reflection practicals and so on. But I wonder what you use yours for. What does the acronym LASER stands for? Have an idea? It stands for light, that is the L, amplification, pi, that is the A, stimulated, that is the S, emission of, that is the E, radiation. Okay, so we can say light, amplification by, stimulated, emission of radiation. That's the full meaning of the acronym. How are laser light different from other light? Laser produce a narrow beam of light, and they produce only one color light, which we call monochromatic light. Okay, of course, light of one color called monochromatic. Unlike ordinary light, the light wave in laser are always in step, or we can say in phase. So it's possible to make a laser beam that is very powerful and can penetrate objects. Okay, now let's have an idea. This is an idea of waves that are in step or in phase. If you look at this here, you'll notice that when they're in phase, we get to have a larger wave that's constructive. And when it's out of phase completely, we get to have no wave at all. If you observe the black one here, out of phase, no wave. In phase, much more wave. Slightly in not fully in phase, not fully in phase. Okay, the wave may not be that much. Okay, so look at the case here, completely out of phase, we don't get to see any wave. And then when it's in phase, the intensity of the wave or the brightness increases. When it's out of phase, like what we have here, it may not be as bright as what we have, or the wave may not be as much as what we want it to be. So waves in step or in phase produces a bigger, stronger wave, but waves that are out of step cancel out and produce no wave at all. That is in this case when it's completely out of phase. Okay, now using laser beam, where and when do we use laser beam? Number one, in the industry. Light from lasers can be powerful enough to cut glass, so we employ laser to cut glass neatly in the industry. Not just that, we can cut piles of fabrics or even metals. We can even use it to drill holes in metals or to have a precise welding with greater precision. Okay, that's for stronger laser beam. But then we can employ weak beams or soft beams to read this barcodes. Okay, so after getting your products, whatever, you want to find out if the product is genuine or something, you can use soft laser beam to read through the barcode of the product. Laser beam can also be used to make or carve beautiful marks in fabrics, that is engraving, like what we have in the picture here. Okay, we can also use it to engrave or make neat cuts like this in metals too. Two, in storing and using data. We can use laser beam to store a whole lot of information, like we can use to store audio files, audio information, audio data, photos, and even high definition videos. Okay, now using laser to create marks, holes, dots, so on, which we call coding, binary coding. A whole lot of data can be stored in this compact disk. Okay, like what we have here. Can you see laser actually having making some imprints in the discs? So DVDs, CDs, and Blu-ray discs can hold a lot of data. The laser makes series of pits in the surface of the disc that codes for the music, film, or the data. The surface is then coated with a thin metal layer to make it look, much more cleaner or smoother, as the case may be. Now, when the disc is put into the machine, a low power laser bounces light off the surface of the disc and read a sequence of pits to produce the information that are stored one more time. Okay, in this way you can get to hear music and or any other information that are stored in the disc. Using laser beam in medicine. We can use laser beam to correct eyesight. For instance, detached retinas can be welded in place using laser beam. They can also be used to cut tissues in operating theater neatly. They can be used to remove hair and sometimes for cancer treatment. Now, while we're using laser beam, we don't need to forget the fact that it can also be harmful if not properly used. So one way of protection is to use safety glass, okay, when using laser beam. Okay, so with the significant damage lasers can cause to your eyes, it is imperative that you are wearing the correct safety glasses to avoid any form of accident or any form of beam getting to your eyes. Okay, now guys, I hope you love the video, or you've learned one or two things about laser. And if you have, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel, and you can hit on that notification bell by the right hand side for more videos like this. Have a nice day.